Hello mortals, what up, and welcome to something that's a bit of a breakaway from what I normally do. Now, you're gonna ask me, Ken, what the hell is there a ton of RWBY YouTube things opened up and an IMBD? Well, this is why. I have had something on my chest for a very long time. Well, not a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a couple of weeks since Volume 4 first came out. So, I was watching the first chapter of Volume 4, and I was so happy to see that damnable smirk off of Cinder's face. God, you don't know how long I've waited for that. But then it occurred to me, this happens at the end of the little, I don't know, scene with Cinder in it. What? No. Todd Aberkin, man, that should be played by Todd Aberkin. It was not played by Todd Aberkin, but is still fantastically voice acted. You're fine. Just continue spazzing out over there. But, Cinder, what is wrong with your face? That's a face of, oh crap, what have I just done? Especially after you've just been told this.
Find the girl that did this to Cinder.
I mean, look how happy he looks. You should have the same face. Then I just wrote it off as, okay, Cinder's out of her element. She's not used to being around these people. She is the inferior. She is below these people. And so she must treat them with respect. And she's also very much terrified of these people because, well, that man's obviously off his rocker and very dangerous. But then I saw this. Not that, this in chapter 3.
Cinder, I am going to ask you this one more time, and I expect a clear answer.
So that implies she's already asked the question multiple times. And this time, she has evidence to believe that whatever her answer was untrue. That Cinder lied, essentially.
Did you kill Ozpin?
Automatically, red flag. That's pretty damn important.
No!
Again, red flag. Why would you need Emerald to tell Salem that for you?
I want to hear you say it.
And that also is another red flag. And here comes the biggest red flag of them all.
Yes.
She said yes, and then put on a straight face after a panic face right afterwards. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cold. Thank you. So, why would Cinder lie about that? I mean, I think she was lying. There's so much evidence that says she was lying. But here's the thing. Salem reacts accordingly.
Reinforce our numbers at Beacon. The relic is there.
And why would you do that unless that person has always been honest with you? So, of something so important to Salem, so important to her boss, why would Cinder lie about something of that magnitude, such as, yes, I have killed Ozpin? That's not something Cinder would do. And so I immediately posed the question, what is wrong with Cinder Fall in Volume 4? No one else has touched this topic. Then I can't blame them. Everybody hates Cinder. Cinder's one of those villains everyone loves to hate. Alright? And by golly, I hated her as well. I still hate her. But until I saw these 3 scenes, and I'm just like, wait, okay, what's going on? And I started searching. And I came across an answer that not many people have come to. In fact, no one has come to this. Now, look at this is when Ruby's silver eyes do the thing. And look, it affects the dragon. And then it affects Cinder. In the same way. Like, there is no difference to how it affects both of them. Now, and this is what it did to the dragon.
A giant monster's currently frozen on top of Beacon Tower, and you're here, safe in bed.
Okay, And it was stated earlier in the episode that the dragon was still alive, but it was unable to move. Its consciousness was sort of cut from its body. So, I'm like, wait, why didn't it have the same effect on Cinder? I mean, for all we know, it just took out an eye for Cinder. That seems more like something that would happen in a battle since she's got scars on her face. I don't know, maybe Ruby went berserk. That's not at all possible. Our little bundle of joy has turned into a raging ball of PTSD, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. And so, I was like, okay, under what circumstances would it not affect Cinder in that way? And then it occurred to me, there are no circumstances where it would not affect Cinder in that way. Sure, the difference between a Grimm and Cinder was that, I don't know, maybe Cinder's a human. But that wasn't good enough for me. They were both live, sentient beings. The difference being that Cinder has a soul. But Salem said in an earlier episode that because of the maiden's power, she now has the weakness to the silver eyes, which makes me think that the Grimm and the maiden's powers have similar bases in magic. However, I think it's different than that. So, I'm going to answer my question right here. Not even halfway through my video. What is wrong with Cinder? Well, nothing's wrong with Cinder. Nothing at all. And I'll tell you why. It's because that's not Cinder. That is none other than Pura Nikos in Cinder's body. Now, before you start screaming and closing the video and posting comments like, oh, how dare you, Cinder's dead, Pura's dead. Even the voice actress confirmed it. She said she wouldn't be voice acting Pura anymore because she died. Okay, yes, I get it. Pura did die. By definition, she was killed by Cinder. However, this is something I think we should take in mind. This is back in Volume 1. This is something that I just sort of pulled up just so I could say I've used this in my research on this.
You have silver eyes.
And that, no one thought it was significant or kept thinking it was significant until this.
The night you met Ozpin, what was the first thing he said to you?
I don't know. I think it was something about
Silver eyes.
If there's a gun on the wall in the first act, it must be fired by the fifth. Monty Ohm, who was one of the most masterful storytellers of all time, that I know, in my time actually, not of all time, that would be a debatable topic, not a lie, but a debatable topic. So, he obviously had this planned out. And from what I've been told by the Rooster Teeth team, they're following Monty's formula. Something that he had planned out for RWBY. So, say Cinder is Pura. This is what I have to back it up. This was also shown in Part 2 of Chapter 3.
Huh? Your book. Does it have a name?
Well, it's about a man with two souls, each fighting for control over his body.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I wouldn't think much of that either. That's completely irrelevant to the topic. Unless it wasn't showcased again. This is in the RWBY Chibi that was shown between Volume 3 and Volume 4. Blake is reading A Man with Two Souls. Now, don't get me wrong. Why would you show that again? And even though, show it again when Pura comes into the chibi. What? Oh my gosh, there might actually be some thought to this if you actually had some evidence to back it up. I'm not done.
Under normal circumstances, yes. But this is a delicate situation. It's not uncommon for the last thoughts of the slain to be of their attacker.
This is the important part.
And to make matters worse, no one's ever seen the power split like this before. For all we know, it will seek out its other half.
Oh, seek out its other half. You're talking about man's powers, not souls. Except this. Oh, look! It's being transferred. It's being split again. Oh, What do you know? It's been in there for kind of a long time. It's kind of doing a long time splitting.
So sorry.
And killed right in the middle of the split. And watch what happens as far as the power goes. No, don't care about that. Go away. Amber dies. All the fires go out dramatically. And don't care about that. Go away. No, that's not what I wanted. Go back. Comes out of Pyrrha, back into Amber, and then out of Amber into Cinder. Holy crap! Okay, there was obviously enough time in the split for some of Pyrrha to get pulled out and then put into Cinder. And like the Maiden's power, it will go to find its other half. And keep in mind, that would explain why Cinder's acting so incredibly weird and out of her element and lying to Salem. Because it's not Cinder lying to Salem. It's Pyrrha lying to Salem, trying to save her own hide and trying to keep her from recognizing, oh my gosh, this isn't my fallen maiden. This is some little kid who's inside her body. And they're probably going to fight over their bodies sometime soon. It's going to be a heart, like tugging on our heartstrings. And poor John. It's going to be so weird for him. Now, this was something I saw when I was watching this song that was sort of reflective of Jean losing Pyrrha. Like, but your star's still in the sky, so I won't say goodbye. Alright, now, star in the sky could be anything, alright? It's completely vague. This is hypothetical territory. It's most likely, in this case, being that she still has influence on him. Like, because she was there for him, she has influence on him. Or, I remember, back when I was little, I was a fan of Bionicle. And Vakama recognized that Toa Lee Khan was still alive because his star was still in the sky. Now keep in mind, Pyrrha did die, alright? I'm not debating that. And also, it doesn't go against what they said. Pyrrha did die, and Jen Brown won't be voicing Pyrrha anymore. Because Jessica, our friendly actress who's voice acting Cinder, I cannot pronounce her last name for my life, but she's going to be voice acting Pyrrha in Cinder's body. Because now Pyrrha's going to have Cinder's voice. And you think about, whoa, you're overcomplicating things. No, I'm not. Because a good show is a show you can watch a second time and get more out of it that time than you did the first time. It's kind of like when I was playing My Knights of the Old Republic, when I found out I was Darth Revan. Alright, spoiler warning if you haven't seen that yet. That's your own damn fault. But when you go back and play the game again, you see all the hints that were dropped, suggesting that you were Darth Revan. And also, Red vs. Blue, also written by Monty Oum, is 249 in IMDb as one of the top-rated shows of all time. Considering the fact that there have been tens of thousands of shows, that's pretty damn high. And also, why would they tease this? Okay, that's just, and as we know, that's just Ruby's memory, alright? But Pyrrha never called out to Jean and with her dying breath. That was in there. Now, why is Ruby seeing this? Well, because she's the one who sealed Cinder away. Her silver eyes broke Cinder's connection from with her soul and her body, thus allowing Pyrrha to take over, since Pyrrha's not the maiden. Pyrrha doesn't have the maiden's powers. But she is linked to Cinder now. Why is Ruby continually hearing visions? Not hearing visions. You can't hear a vision. She's hearing in her dreams Pyrrha calling out to Jean. And I think we actually heard Cinder's voice also doing it. So why are both of their voices calling out to Jean? And keep in mind that Cinder I'm not 100% sure about Cinder's voice, but I think Kira's voice is 100% accurate. There is no way she's not calling out to him. But that's my theory. I've just said all my evidence to support this theory. Now, if you liked this theory, please leave a comment below. Be sure to like the video and share it with your friends. And tell me, what do you think? Do you think it is all possible or not? So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And peace.